Good afternoon, sister leaders. My name is Sara Valentine, and it's an absolute honor to be here, surrounded by so many bold, beautiful, and brilliant women. And a special shout out to the gentlemen who showed up, not to speak over us, but to support us. We see you. Before I jump into frameworks and acronyms, I want to offer you something more honest. I didn't arrive here because life made it easy. I'm here because I'm a survivor, and with God's blessing, a conqueror of adversity. I come from a big family, one of 6 siblings, 5 girls and 1 boy. Now don't go feeling sorry for him. He was the baby. Trust me, he did just fine. When I was 9 years old, I found out 2 things in a single sentence. I was adopted by my stepdad, and my biological father was dead. Just like that, my identity was flipped inside out, upside down, in a single sentence. Later that year, I became one of my stepdad's victims. By 19, I was a single mother to a handsome baby boy juggling bottles and broken dreams, a college dropout, with nothing going for her, but still trying to figure it all out. By 22, I became a Marine wife, and for 9 years, we moved, shifted, and adjusted to the government's marching orders. By 24, I had 2 beautiful daughters, and by 34, I was divorced, betrayed, and raising 3 children on my own. No roadmap, no support from someone who had vowed to love me forever, just grit, God, and a fledgling HR career barely 6 years in. I didn't chase a career in HR because I wanted power. I chased it because I needed stability for me, for my children, for the life I was fighting to rebuild. I worked really hard, and still, I've been harassed by male leaders, frozen out by mean girl peers, fired without empathy, hated by employees for doing what had to be done, and ignored by executives who thought that they knew better. But the most shattering moments came not in the boardroom, but at home. In 2019, after he graduated high school, I almost lost my son. Emergency brain surgery saved his life, but it also ended his lifelong dream of becoming a Marine. In 2021, at the cost of my relationship with my mother, 3 of my siblings, and all of my extended family, my stepdad, the man who raised me, was found guilty of over 30 counts of sexual abuse. To me, to my sisters, to my niece, to my cousin, and even to my own daughter. He was sentenced to 40 years in prison. A few months after the trial, I almost lost my daughter to suicide. And yet somehow, through all of it, God was moving. My career was rising, even when my personal life was crumbling. That journey took me from HR coordinator to the VP of HR for SeaWorld Parks and Resorts in Orlando, to my current role as the VP of Talent and Culture at Give Kids the World Village, a place where magic, hope, and healing live in every corner. I survived through faith and with the help of my 2 older sisters and my children's love and support. I also found the true love of my life, who gave me the honor of having his last name. Michael Valentine, I know you're in here somewhere. Thank you, and I love you. So here I am, still standing, still healing, still leading. So when I speak about her voice, her vision, her victory, I'm not giving you a TED Talk. I'm simply giving you my testimony. The world teaches us that leadership isn't about the bottom line. Profit, metrics, titles, status. You know the drill. How many hours did your team clock? What did you produce? What's your ROI? Did you meet your deadline? But I've learned, sometimes the hard way, that the real bottom line is this: people are not capital, they are sacred. They are not items to be optimized, they are not outputs to be squeezed, and they are not disposable when the numbers don't add up. We are not leading machines, we are leading humans, each with a story, a struggle, and a soul. And let me say this: the people you lead are never just a workforce. They are someone's mother, someone's son, someone healing, someone barely hanging on. Their pain, their process, their perseverance. It's not a distraction from the mission. It is the mission. And guess what? Yours is too. That's not baggage. That's your power. It's the reason I created a leadership framework that isn't based on perfection or performance, but on something deeply human. I call it HEART, HEART. Because if you're going to lead, especially as women, as survivors, as role models to little girls, we need to lead from a place that honors both our heartaches and our brilliance. We need to stop leading from spreadsheets and start leading from our souls. There were years I didn't have a voice, and years I did, but was afraid to use it. But by God's will, I kept showing up, even when I was shaking, even when I felt invisible, and even when the boardroom felt like a battlefield. H is for hear. Hear yourself, your needs, your values, your truth, and then extend the same dignity to others. E is for empathy, not pity, not the performative kind. I mean real gut level empathy. The kind that says, I see you, I believe you, you're safe here. In a world that profits from women's silence, empathy is resistance. I didn't always know what my vision was, but I definitely knew what I didn't want. I didn't want trauma to be the end of my story. I didn't want pain to define my purpose. I didn't want systems to chew up women like me and spit us out. A is for appreciate. Appreciate your story, even the parts you're still rewriting. Appreciate the fact that you're here, not just breathing, but becoming. R is for respond. Don't just survive, build. Respond to what's broken. Respond by creating what you wish existed. Vision doesn't require perfection, it requires presence. It's not about being the smartest in the room. It's about having the sensitivity to act on what others ignore. Victory. Not the Instagram kind. Not the she's got it all together kind, but the real kind. The victory of being alive. The victory of being whole. The victory of choosing forgiveness, softness, and joy when bitterness would have been easier. T is for thank them. Thank the people who stood with you. Thank your past self for surviving. Thank God for staying when everyone else left. Victory isn't about what you earn. It's about what you overcome. So, sister leaders, if your voice is still shaking, use it anyway. If your vision is still blurry, trust your next step. If your victory doesn't look like anyone else's, celebrate it anyway. You are not here by accident. You are not too broken. You are not too late. You are here because someone needs your truth more than your polish. Lead with heart. Lead like the woman you needed when you were a little girl. Her voice, her vision, her victory, and maybe, just maybe, her name is yours. Thank you.